Hi, Aditi, and welcome to Talking Allergies. We appreciate you coming on the podcast. So firstly, tell us a little bit about your background.
Thank you, Melrick, for having me. And I come from a humble beginnings. I was born in India and moved to UK to pursue masters in biotechnology. Started my career with P&G and got an opportunity to work with FMCG and leading pharma companies there in different capacities. Um, One of the leading FMCGs invited me to start their R&D facility in 2013, and that's how I ended up in Sydney. And in May 2019, I decided to start 𝘥𝘬𝘳𝘦 Labs, an independent R&D facility with my life and business partner, Jay, to bring innovation to 4 different industries: health and wellness, personal care, and pet care. Over 3.5 years ago, we realized through our personal journeys that there weren't any efficacious steroid solutions, steroid-free solutions for eczema. That's how Curezma was born.
Thank you for sharing that. And Aditi, with the work you have done, how have you seen the impact of skin and allergies?
So allergies and contact dermatitis, which is a very prevalent form of eczema, share a significant and intricate correlation primarily through the immune system's role in reacting to environmental substances. Allergies occur when the immune system overreacts to substances that are typically harmless, such as pollen and pet dander or certain foods. This overreaction can lead to various symptoms, including sneezing, itching, or swelling. Contact dermatitis, on the other hand, um, arises when the skin comes into direct contact with an allergen or irritant, leading to inflammatory responses. This response can manifest as red or itchy or swollen skin, similar to allergic reaction, but localized to the area of contact. Both conditions are mediated by the immune system response to perceived threats. In the case of allergies, IgE, you might have heard of immunoglobulin E antibodies, which play a crucial role in triggering allergic reactions. For contact dermatitis, especially the allergic type, the reaction is a result of skin's immune system recognizing and reacting to the allergens, involving T cells in a delayed hypersensitivity response. This shared mechanism underscores the close relationship between allergies and the certain types of eczema, highlighting the importance of understanding individual triggers and um, managing exposure to prevent and mitigate reactions. The intersection between allergies and eczema, like contact dermatitis, illustrates the complex interplay between genetics, the immune system, and the environmental factors, which makes eczema a very debilitating condition. By avoiding known irritants and allergens, individuals can significantly reduce the incidence and severity of reactions, underscoring the importance of identifying and managing these conditions proactively.
Thank you for that very thorough and detailed answer. Now, Aditi, your daughter has eczema. When did you first learn about her eczema?
Our daughter, younger one, who now is 6, showed some signs of eczema on her joints almost 4 years ago. One day after her swimming class on our way back home, she couldn't stop scratching, and we didn't have any cream to soothe her itch. We had to stop midway at the restaurant to request them for some butter or olive oil to ease her itch. And that's how probably we dived into finding a solution for her.
And how did all of that affect your family? Did it change the way you sort of had to do things day to day?
We would be up all night just to ensure that she's not scratching her eczema affected areas. And we had to be careful about her play dates. Even basic activities like playing in the sun or sand was impacted. We just wanted to give our daughter a normal childhood where she could enjoy basic activities.
You mentioned that this led you to looking for some solutions for your daughter. So tell us a little bit about that, about the research that you did and how you sort of came by creating Curezma.
We saw our younger ones suffer, and we also saw other parents and kids suffering who were in the same boat. Our research into eczema, we realized that on one end of spectrum, there were nasty steroids, and on the other end, there were glorified moisturizers which didn't do much. As a scientist and as a parent, I was motivated to find an efficacious and steroid-free solution for eczema. We conducted one of the largest clinical trials for safety and efficacy. Our formulation has gone through consumer trials, instrumentation studies to ensure that the products are safe and efficacious. Most of the eczema brands out there base their claims on ingredients and not on finished formulation. That is probably not the right gauge of efficacy of a product. That's why instead, in spite of being a startup, we spent considerable resources in getting our efficacy and safety trials conducted by an independent lab in the UK. That's the most thorough way to determine that the product will deliver what it claims.
You mentioned that there was trials done in the UK. With that in line, in Australia, what sort of studies or research has been done for the Australian community?
So when we conducted an independent trial in the UK, we included all different skin types. So there were different parameters which were set, different skin types, different ages, different eczematic, because I'm sure you must be aware eczema are of different kinds as well. So we did include patients with different kinds of self-perceived eczema to make sure that we have a holistic picture. And that's the first trial. As we go through, I'll let you know about our more clinical plans, about our more clinical trials, which we are about to perform as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, with Curezma, it does have a range of different treatments. Can you tell us a little bit more about those different types of treatments available and how it can help different people?
Yep. So Curezma has got an adult range and a juniors range to offer. It's a 4-step regime due to the uniqueness of this debilitating condition which eczema is. The first step is the hydrating hypoallergenic cleanser. As a scientist, what I believe is surfactants have got a role to play in causing symptoms of eczema as well. It does remove some of the lipids from our skin, causing it to be dehydrated. And that's why we have got a mild and gentle cleanser, which is non-drying, and it has been hypoallergenically tested. Second one is our barrier repair serum. Now, when you have eczema or contact dermatitis, let's call it that because that's the common terminology which is known, different layers of your skin are impacted. So barrier repair serum, it will penetrate a bit deeper. It's not for the top layer of the skin, but it will help you to repair the barrier function within 5 days. It has been clinically trialed to provide hydration for up to 100 hours. It will relieve the symptoms of eczema. But our barrier is not capable enough when you have eczema to lock the moisture. Thus, we have got our third step, which has got the ointment gel. It will help to reduce the water loss. It will help to lock the moisture, and it will relieve skin inflammation. They are all patented, by the way. And our next and the last step is the anti-flare oil, which has been very popular with parents, carers. They give that anti-flare oil to the kids. They put it in their school bag. So when they have like an episode of itch or redness or swelling, they can literally put a drop on their skin and find an instant relief from the symptoms of eczema. So these are the first 4 products which we have launched in the market.
That's a wonderful range, and thank you so much for sharing all that information. It gives a lot of people out there with eczema some options for them to consider to support not just themselves if they're adults, but also their children if they're going through eczema. Now, Aditi, if you just found out someone has eczema, or they just come to you and told you they've had eczema, what would you like to tell them?
We would like to tell all the eczema warriors out there not to lose hope. and it is possible for them to reclaim their life. Do your research, be aware of the long term side effects of steroids as well. Try to determine your triggers of eczema. Conduct a thorough allergy test. Even keep a diary to keep a track of your daily activities and food intake, as your overall lifestyle can be a factor in managing your eczema.
Wonderful, great advice, and thank you for sharing that. Now, with Curezma, what can we expect in the future?
We are launching our advanced range, which will assist even people with severe eczema. We are going to launch a couple of industry first formats to address eczema holistically. As we mentioned in our previous question, that eczema needs to be addressed holistically. So from our side, we are going to launch a couple of industry first formats as well. We are preparing for our next round of clinical trials, and working on our second patented technology.
Sounds like you've got a lot of exciting news ahead and a lot of things happening as well in Curezma. And if someone wants to learn more about Curezma, where can they go to find out more?
The best place would be to visit our website, curezma.com. Follow us on our socials, our Instagram page, curezma.au. We've got a Facebook community, Eczema Crusaders by Curezma. Please join that, and we will be able to answer any questions over there as well.
Wonderful. Aditi, thank you so much for sharing all that information about Curezma and also a bit about your own story with your daughter and what she went through. Before we finish this interview, is there anything else you'd like to say for people out there experiencing eczema and allergies?
All I would like to say is, please do your research. We are here to help, and don't lose hope.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Aditi. I really appreciate you coming on to Talking Allergies, and we look forward to seeing the future developments of Curezma.
Thank you, Mildred. Thank you for having me on this podcast today.